Welcome to this week's episode of Azentuary. We left off walking out into a new plane, the next plane of Tartarus, a whole level lower from where you were before.
Alrighty then.
Well,
How
that's plain
damaged are we?
awesome.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't remember, but
we could-
basically, what you see stretched out before you is desert. There's seems like a constant wind with wisps of sand blowing around. Everything is that kind of yellow deserty color. There are dunes all over the place, and in the farthest distance you can kind of make out what looks like a structure.
Oh, look at us. We are on a racket.
Well,
How is it hot or cold?
It's cold.
Okay.
so desert, that's cold.
It's bright, it's shiny,
Tundras are
but
desert.
it's cold.
Well, tundras are deserts, so makes sense.
Alright, well, guys, we venture on out. We should probably take a long rest to regenerate all of our spell slots and such.
Yeah, that'll be my main reason I'm good on health. If we want it. I mean, I'm not in dire need of a long rest, but it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, let's take a long rest.
As you make your various attempts to rest, you wake up multiple times choking and coughing. The scent of the wind is like that of a stinking cloud.
What kind of stinking cloud? Carrion or like
No, that's like the
when it-
spell stinking cloud.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, or after, being around Dane after he's been all night drinking beer.
Yeah, been around Dane after he went out for Cinco de Mayo. He was eating nothing but refried beans, drinking Dos Equis, and then at some point got into a bar fight, woke up, and found that one of the patrons that he had beat up defecated on his shoes. That's how bad it is.
That's pretty bad. All right.
Anyway, so you guys have it's a rough one. You have a hard time sleeping through the night.
Okay. But do we regenerate spell slots?
You
with,
do.
keep trying.
No,
Okay.
you do, but instead of like 8 hours, it takes you like, let's say like 14 hours or something like that. It's like a really long, like you have to keep moving around and you're just not quite getting comfortable. You eventually rest, but it's not a pleasant rest.
Okay. Got it. I think Dane eventually sticks his nose in his armpit just so he can else. Still not good, not horrible, but different.
Yeah.
A different bad.
Yeah, it's definitely bad. I mean, you've been wearing the same armor for, what, a couple months now?
I'm sure. Well, there's been times where I'm sure I was able to take the armor off and bathe, but being dwarvish, probably don't bathe that often anyway.
Those times are probably few and far between.
Well, once every leap year or so.
You take like a rock bath, you take all the rock dust from mining and just rub it all over your body to take the oils off.
That might work.
Antiperspirant.
Oh god,
I
dwarves are the inventors of antiperspirant?
Yeah. The quartz antiperspirant.
Yeah, we just take this here quartz and shove it up in your armpit, everything swells up and you can't sweat anymore.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah,
Wow.
Back when I was in college, they actually made that. It was like a piece of quartz or something like that, some kind of a crystal that was supposed to work. And
Oh yeah, I remember that crap.
I tried it. It didn't work.
No, it doesn't. It's a total scam.
They were wrong.
Yeah. Well, in any case, you do eventually make it through your rest, and you are here you are bathed in this kind of orangey light, mostly because the red glow of the orbs of other planets around you mixing with the yellow sand kind of makes this constant, orange reflection in your vision.
Okay. Got it. All right. So everything is cast in a sepia type tone almost.
Yep. You feel very old-timey.
Nice. Like I'm in a Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid movie in the beginning.
Yeehaw.
What you win, I keep. What I win, I keep.
Sounds good, Mr. the Kid.
Anyway, so you guys do see there is something in the far distance.
All right. We shall head for it.
Awesome.
Shall
Yes. Yes, we shall.
So as you walk, you notice that the wind is relatively consistent. The sand is absolutely annoying. Gets into everything, every nook and cranny. You have to stop every now and then to shake it out of your clothes. But as you walk, you see first what looks like a dome in the distance. Just a little, like an arch that matches the color of the sand. And then you get closer and you see that it is an arched building. And it's huge, gigantic, almost giant-sized. There are parapets out front that are arched. There is a huge door in the front that is arched. It is just a massive stone structure.
Sweet. All right.
It's all right.
Okay.
Arches everywhere. All right. Well, we shall head towards it.
As you approach, you notice that in the center, where the basically front door looks like it is, there is a golden orrery, and that's the planet model of the solar system, and it is apparently untouched by the sand, like there is something protecting it.
Ah.
Mm.
All right. Dane's going to perform an Arcana check on it.
Say yeah.
Okay.
Seems like magic is at play.
Who knew? 1 second. Looks like. I rolled a 10.
You sense there is an aura of magic here. Something, though, more like a ward than anything else.
Interesting.
What do you want to do, Castros?
Are you asking me?
Just because I know you, are you going to want to poke at it or something? When I say it looks like it's warded, what are you going to do?
Idiot. If it's warded, that means you probably shouldn't touch it. It's warding something, which probably includes you. I only touch things when I don't know what they are. But now I know for sure that's a bad idea to touch this one, so I'm not going to.
So the
It's okay.
radius around it where sand does not touch is a good 10 feet. And I'm assuming you guys are all standing there kind of feeling the ward and whatever.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. I think Dane's actually going to try and, see if he can poke past the ward.
If you get thrown back and take damage, I'm gonna laugh at you.
You pass through without any issue. You step onto a solid stone floor.
Why can I never win? My only question. I've been such a good boy all year. That's all I want for Christmas, okay? And just, can I win for once? Can something I touch actually be good, or something I don't touch actually be bad for once?
At some point, I'm sure it will happen.
Some says God.
Our Christmas special is just titled Castros touches something and it doesn't explode.
See? Minor
Okay,
wins.
we'll make that happen.
Oh my god.
So much fun. All right.
Anyways, Ray's gotta step through the ward because obviously it didn't hurt and she wants to get out of this sand. The sand is in the way.
Okay. Sure, you step through, and you are basically the first thing you notice is that the wind has also stopped. Where you are standing around this orrery is totally still.
Oh, sure, Dane, we couldn't have waited for a long rest until here, you know, we just had to do it back out there.
Well, it wasn't necessarily the sand that was bothering us, it was the smell, so.
Is the smell still present?
If you're outside the ward, yes, but when you're inside, you notice that it's just kind of stale air.
See? Should've
Alright.
waited.
Well, hindsight's always
2020.
Here. I guess I'll barrel roll through the board.
Okay. You barrel roll through and find yourself at the base of the device.
Well, then you get
I
zapped,
might touch.
and you get zapped by it. Take 10 damage.
What's your problem with me?
I don't hate you so. I find that funny.
just channeling my inner man shorts videos.
All right.
Alright.
Alpha, what are you doing?
Oh, naturally following through. Everyone else seems to be going without facing much consequence.
All right. What do you think
Yep.
of the orrery?
'Tis curious indeed.
It is immaculately constructed.
Beautifully curious. Or curiously beautiful.
All right.
Your vocab knows no bounds, Alpha.
Curiosity only kills uncautious cats. I don't know what to say.
Once again, your vocab knows no bounds, Alpha.
I believe my vocabulary does know bounds, and I have just discovered them.
That would be a good guess.
Curiosity only kills some of the time,
It kills some cats.
but not all. All right. So we look at the RE. Is there anything anything out of the ordinary about it? Anything special or unique?
Roll an investigation.
You can't get anything for free here, Dane.
Investigation time. Come on.
That is bad. That is a bad investigation. If investigation was a puppy, I'd be scolding it right now.
Bad investigation.
Bad dwarf. Don't kill the poor.
6. I rolled-
6.
I got a 6 on that.
You just kind of look at it. You're like, okay, it's a machine. Can we move on, guys?
Hey, Ray's gotta investigate this thing.
I dare you to touch it. I'm not touching it. I double
Ray
dog
got a
dare
nat
you.
20.
I triple dog dare you.
Nice. So you look down at the side and you notice that there is a spot that you can stick your hand, and when you touch it, it pops out a handle that extends. And when the handle pops out, you see writing on it in some foreign language, but then it kind of shimmers and turns to common. And it says, "I have been around for millions of years, but I'm only a month old."
Well, ain't that interesting. I'm gonna point this out to the rest of the party.
It's a riddle. This is where our downfall begins.
Yes. Now, when the handle folded out, it does appear to be approximately 90 degrees to the base, basically.
So what was the riddle again?
I have millions of
Years.
I have
Around for
been
millions.
around for millions of years, but I'm only a month old.
Around.
I have been around for millions of years, but I'm only a month old. It's a table.
Perhaps the moon?
Oh, yeah!
yeah.
That's one, Alpha.
Moon.
Cool, we figured out the riddle. What do we do now?
Pull the handle, maybe?
I do not know if I'm correct. I am merely speculating.
That's a good guess, though, Alpha. I don't think we're gonna get another better one.
Like a full moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Castros, you be our daredevil. Grab the lever and say your answer.
Okay. I grab the lever and say a full moon. And I guess pull it?
You try to pull it, but you realize that it is like fixed. It's not meant to pull.
No. Hmm.
Oh. Okay. It's at 90 degrees to the base. Dane's gonna see if he can kind of move it at all.
Okay, you grab it and you find that it rotates.
That's what I thought. Okay. Is there a light source? Is there a light source around? Can we see a light source, like a lamp or something?
No, you can't.
All right. Casseros, you pull out your moonstone.
Sure. I don't know if it has moonlight in it because it captures whatever light it last saw.
Oh, we just need a light source.
Hold up.
All right. So is this handle kind of bent so it's kind of on the end of it's on the same plane as the rest of the planets and moons and such?
It looks like an old crank starter on a tractor.
Okay. All right. Casseros, why don't you kind of rest your moonstone on the end of it? So, it rotates. Oh, okay. So it's like a crank. It's like I see. Okay, got it. I'm gonna try and just kind of crank it and see what happens.
All right, as you begin to crank it, all of the planets begin to orbit. You see all the little spheres spinning, and the sun at the middle, the golden orb at the center, releases a single beam of light, almost like a laser pointer, that points at the door of the building.
Suggest we follow the light. Sounds like a pretty good plan in my book.
Yeah. All right, we'll go investigate where the light strikes the door.
Okay. You
Everyone-
walk out, and you get hit by the blast of storm again.
It was to
Nice.
be expected.
So you get up to the door, and you see where the light was hitting it. It was just kind of the middle of the door.
Does it illuminate anything in particular? A
No.
keyhole or something? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, we can try and open the door, I guess.
Sure.
We shall try and open the door.
You find it to be solidly locked.
Okay.
Does Ray want to try to pick the lock?
No,
don't think it'll work.
I think we have to go back and we'll go back and crank the handle some more and see what happens.
Fine. In like the tower and crank it so that it aligns up with something.
What
Okay.
power?
The pillar that's like astrological.
Oh yeah, right.
So, okay. All right. So you go back over to the orrery and start cranking it.
Yes.
And okay, where do you stop it?
Can we identify
You can see.
anything that looks like a moon?
Well, there's several things. There's the planets. There's the various little moons that orbit around the planets, and multiple. Since they're all in a plane as they spin, they break the beam of light at different points.
Okay.
An eclipse? Try and block the light with the moon? Or a moon, at least?
Is that what you're doing?
Sure.
I just hear you like throwing out random things. I want to make sure that you're doing what you're doing.
I mean, might as well try.
Okay. So you spin it around until it stops on when there's like a moon between the beam and the door.
Yep.
Cool. You do that. You stop it there.
And nothing happens.
Well,
Well, we can go out and check the.
Sure, check the door again.
all right. You go and check the door, and you find that it swings easily open.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right.
Onward!
In we go.
So as you walk inside, you find that there is a small kind of antechamber, a place with what looks like various grave goods to the left and right, and then a passageway in the middle. Just a walk door.
So by grave goods, what exactly do you mean?
Jars of honey, beer, fruits, vegetables, nuts.
Got it.
Hmm.
Materials that are buried with corpses. Okay.
Yeah, which makes me think that this place might not be so cheery. So I suggest we pull up Pan's Labyrinth and don't touch anything. Don't eat anything, don't touch anything, don't do it.
All right.
Well, that's too bad. I was wanting to try the beer.
Well, this kind of seems like a grave, so we probably
Do you
shouldn't.
want your friendly fairy to die?
Exactly. We don't want to disturb whatever might be resting here, so we're just gonna go on through the passageway.
That's fine. We're gonna go through the passageway and see where that takes us.
All right. You walk through the passageway, and it opens up into a gigantic room. I mean, it is massive. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Like 200 feet long and comfortably 120 feet wide. And in the center of it, on a marble pedestal, almost like a grand casket, sits a huge gray dragon. It has incredibly razor sharp looking teeth, horns that twist out from its head, spikes all over like a Violator from Spawn, and massive claws.
Befriend the dragon? Well, I know Alpha wants to kill it.
However, did you guess?
Okay. Well, okay, if it's an evil dragon we can kill, I've already got a dragon friend, so, I'm kind of content when it comes to dragons. If it's an evil dragon we can kill it, how about that?
You strike a hard bargain, but it's difficult to not agree to it.
Alright.
Well,
Would someone like to approach the dragon?
Castros, you do it. If anyone wants to die from a dragon, I figured you'd want to die most from a dragon in this party.
That was a good point. Okay, but to be clear, are we prepared to fight a dragon? If
I mean,
we
we're all
have to.
healed up.
If we have to, wouldn't be my first choice.
Also, not my first choice, but we'll never
Okay, do
know
we
if
have
we're
a better
ready until
plan?
we fight it.
No, we don't have a better plan right now.
Just go up and say hi. Maybe it's not even alive. Maybe it's dead. I don't know.
One can only
I
hope.
don't know,
All right,
but
you say hi, and it kind of does a huh, and raises its head and
Ugh. Sorry. Ugh, gets dusty around here. I don't usually get visitors.
Hello. Are you friendly,
Oh.
dragon, or are you gonna kill us?
I have no interest in killing you.
Okay, cool. We're not killing him. Alrighty, guys. This is our friend now.
yay, friend dragon. What beest your name, good sir?
I have many names. Some call me the Reaver, others Guardian of the Lost. Currently, I just prefer being called Null.
Noel? Okay. What you doing here, Noel?
This is my home. I ferry the souls of dead dragons to the Dragonire.
Aw.
Oh,
That's sweet.
much like our friend Chucky.
Chucky! I miss Chucky.
he cocks his head.
Oh, you know of Chucky?
We're the ones that named him.
Ah,
Haven't we not named him yet?
Oh yeah.
You haven't, but I figured it's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, and why not throw in a reference if we can?
I mean, true, I'm assuming death
What's
doesn't
gonna
really
come
know time.
next? What's gonna come next? The police box is gonna show up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's bigger
Or-
on the inside. Is it? I haven't noticed.
Anyway, no. You ferry the souls of dead dragons, huh? Well, we are happening to look for a Titan. We were told that he inhabits this plane.
there are no Titans here. You need to go much deeper to find them.
Isn't this Carcery?
You are in Menethus.
Ah, okay.
Not cursory.
Yes. You're gonna need to go down through Colothus and Porphatus all the way to Agathis. It is the smallest and coldest of all the planetoids, the sixth layer of this cursed realm.
There's a lot of layers.
Yeah. Wow. That's unfortunately deep. All right. Well, can you direct us to the next layer down? Unless there's an elevator that takes us directly to Carcery.
There is not. The only way I know of down from here is through the palace of the Naga.
Naga. Oh,
The Huda?
no.
The Naga?
Okay. Where is the Palace of the Naga?
Far to the east of here lies the palace of the Naga. I recommend to none to go there, but it is the way you must go to go down. I can give you a key that will allow you access without going through his front door, but I will need some assistance.
Of course. What would you like assistance with, Mr. Noel? See what we can do.
There is a being on the material plane. It is capturing the souls of dragons, holding them, not allowing them to be taken by me where they belong. I need you to free them, that I may do my job once again.
Okay. So we have to go all the way back up the material plane before we can come all the way back down here.
I can send you to the location where the problem occurs, but you will not be in your material form.
And how do we help?
Yeah.
That
We'll
is
be-
your...
So you're saying we'd be like ghosts?
Yes, but even the ethereal may have powerful impacts upon the material.
Yeah.
What are we getting out of this again?
A key that we don't have to go to the Naga Palace's front door.
Yeah, that sounds pretty useful.
All right, well, I guess this is kind of what we need to do. I don't know. It's
Gotta work.
it does. All right, but we'll help.
But we're supposed to be the heroes in this, right? We're supposed to be the good guys.
Yeah, we'll help you out.
Excellent. Please take a seat in front of me.
Okie dokie.
And we do. Crisscross applesauce.
Now you will feel a tingling sensation followed by death. Haha, just kidding. I'm going to send your spirits to the material plane.
Alrighty.
So as you guys basically blink, and you find yourselves seated in kind of a landing next to a stairway in what appears to be a stonework tower. For cardinal directions to make it easy, just to your south is a wooden door. To your north is a stairway that leads up into the main part of the building. And to the east is a torch. To the west is a coat hook.
All right. Dane's gonna get up and see if he can stick his head through the door.
Your head passes through the door with ease.
What do I see on the other side?
You're looking out into what appears to be kind of a dense forested area.
Okay. All right. All right. My first thought is I'm going to attempt to cast. Okay. So I pass through the door with ease, and I can pass back into the tower with ease. I'm assuming.
Yep, you go right through it like it's not even there.
Perfect. All right. So I'm going to go through the door. So I'm no longer in the tower. I'm going to see if I can cast Firebolt.
Okay. What are you casting at?
Darkness.
I'm just going to kind of do it in a straight line from where I'm at. I guess one of the trees. See if I can't
Okay.
start a forest fire.
Sure.
Hi.
You cast it and you hit the top of a tree. You see it burst, but you don't see any damage done to the tree.
Okay. So no effect whatsoever on material plane as of yet. Got it. All right. So I'm going to pop back in. I'm going to be like, well, direct spell casting is kind of out. So I guess we go up the stairs and we see what we see.
Okay. As you walk to the top of the stairs, you see the tower is kind of old. It's kind of not particularly well kept. There is a pathway that leads to a spiral staircase directly in front of you to the north. There are also several rooms, 2 to the east and 2 to the west, each one blocked off by a door. Looks like wooden, lightweight.
Okay.
Our worst enemy, doors.
Not anymore. So we can stick our heads through them. So we shall stick our heads through all of the doors.
Us 1, doors 20.
You don't see anything of particular note through any of these doors. The only thing that's kind of interesting is through one of them you see a kind of a grill or grate that goes down to what looks like some kind of a well.
Okay.
I'm gonna start abusing this power and just start like skipping in between like walls and doors and everything, just because I can.
All right, we're gonna head up the. While Castros is doing that, we're gonna head up the spiral staircase.
All right. You head up to the second floor. The spiral staircase does keep going beyond this, but you stop for a moment to observe, and you see a table with chairs on either side. There is a fireplace on the far west side of the room with a small fire still burning. There's a door to the east and a door to the south.
All right, Dane's gonna stick his head through the door to the east.
All right, you stick your head in and you see what looks like sleeping chambers. There looks like one individual asleep on a bed on the far south side, a small fire in a fireplace on the east side, and a table with some trinkets and stuff on the north side.
Are the trinkets dragon souls?
It looks like cloak clasps and, common things for wearing various dress, clothing.
Dragon souls.
All right,
Obviously.
Dane's gonna go through the door and he's gonna examine the person that's sleeping in the bed.
All right. You go and you look at this person and roll a history check.
All right. 16.
16. You recognize this individual. Say, I think his name is William.
Okay.
William? How do you know this individual?
You traveled with him some time ago.
Well, Ray doesn't remember, so she feels no remorse for ruining this guy's life.
We don't know if it's him. I mean, it might be, but we don't know.
Well, I kind of recognize that it's William, so I just don't remember where he was. Is he?
Is that from back when we were in the castle? With like the king and everything that was saved from death?
Yes.
Okay, is he the one that the wizard sent down with us?
Yes.
All right.
Is it the wizard doing this? I feel like the wizard would totally do this.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. All right. I'm going to do an experiment and see if I can possess William.
Okay. You do that. Let me bring up the thing for
I mean, he
that.
isn't conscious. It would be more possible.
Okay, it looks like I just have to make a charisma save. Oh, which I fail.
Oh.
So
All
yeah,
right.
you like lay down into his body, and all of a sudden his eyes open up, and you are he.
Perfect. All right.
Can Dane still see us?
Yes, he can.
Nice. All right. So I sit up wearing William as a bodysuit, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Is there a window in this room?
Yes, there is.
All right. I'm going to go to the window and see if I can't cast Firebolt out the window.
Okay. You go over to the window, and what are you targeting?
Oh, I don't know. What do I see out the horizon? I'm going to target the horizon.
Trees, but okay. You
Is there
just
nothing
randomly fire.
Yeah, pretty much. I just
Well, you're
wanna
only
see
on the
if I-
second floor. You're not particularly high up.
Okay. Well, is there anything? Is there a scarecrow in a field somewhere close by?
You don't see one. I mean, you see some trees and some underbrush and stuff.
All right, I'm gonna aim at a bush.
Okay,
See if
there's a
we
bush
can-
right there.
Let's see if we can recreate the burning bush.
All right. So roll to hit with disadvantage.
Oh well, my first roll is pretty well disadvantaged. Yeah, second roll is better. So I know. I mean, first roll is worse, I should say. 14.
Well, you find that it's difficult, but you're still able to get the firebolt to fly off. His body is kind of clumsy. It's like you're trying to control a marionette to make him do finite movements, and they just can't. They don't quite line up.
Okay.
But you're still able to do it, and you fire it off, and the bush bursts into flames.
Perfect. All right. Well, I turn to my companions. I'm going, look, I'm William, and now I can do stuff.
Good
Good for you.
We should all
Ow.
find bodies to possess.
That little thing you found of yours and helping us out with this, instead of just firing fireballs at random bushes.
Firebolts. There's a difference. What thing?
Well, I don't know, figuring out what we need to do, how to free the dragon souls. How about finding the wizard, first of all? He seems like a pretty good suspect.
Well, yeah, but now I can actually manipulate the material plane again. This is pretty important.
What if I were to possess the wizard and then jump off a bridge?
I mean, yeah, that might work. Or just jump off.
Even if the wizard isn't involved, it would still be a nice thing to do.
Anyway, let's continue on up. We'll see if we can find the wizard.
All right, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did I sense William as I'm possessing his body? Is he like in the
No.
background? Can I talk to him at all?
No, you can't. You have completely taken over his body. He will be aware that you were there, but that's it. You can't communicate with him.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So anyway, let's just continue on up.
All right. You find that it is like lifting bags of concrete on your feet as you make him climb. His body weighs on you in a way that you did not ever expect. You feel exhausted just from a single, trudge up the stairs.
This might not work then.
When you reach the... Oh, go ahead.
Actually, no, it probably won't work. I was gonna say, what if all this, like, us, who are still spirits, like, lift him up? But I don't think that would... like, carry him up the stairs, to an effort.
It's not Ireland, so high spirits I don't think will work very well.
Yeah. All right, so is this going to make me exhausted in pretty short order?
You're breathing heavy by the time you get up to the top. You're feeling that it's rough, but you're still holding on. You, in fact, just roll me a 1d20 and I'll tell you where you're at.
14.
You're actually doing okay. You have kind of put on William almost like you're wearing a dress suit. You just kind of let him be on you like clothing. So you seem to be able to keep controlling him.
Okay. Cool. All right, so what do we see when we get to the top?
You see a area that is surprisingly well kept and clean compared to everywhere else. There are 3 doors, south, east, and west.
All right, guys, why don't you stick your heads through the doors and see what you see. See if you can see the wizard behind one of them.
Take the south door.
I choose west.
All right. You look through the south door and you see various books and a sitting area where individuals could study ponderous tomes. To the west. Wait, no, you looked east. Did anyone look west?
Yes, we did.
I did. Casper.
Okay. All right. So when you look to the west, you see a noble's bedroom. There's a fire, definitely well kept, against the outer wall. There's a bed with fine linens on it, a table that appears to have a glass and bottle with like fine wine and some jewelry, but no occupant is visible.
Okay.
So to the east, you look through and you see a individual bent over a table on the north side of the room. There's a small fire going in a fireplace on the far right side of the room, like straight away from the door. And down in like the south side of the room, you see a like alchemy set with various glasses and pipettes and colored liquids and things.
I feel like that's where the wizard is. I feel like he's the figure hunched over. Just a hunch.
All right. I, as William, will knock on that particular door.
Right. After a moment, the door swings open, and you see, someone you recognize, the royal brazier, if you will, looking back at you, saying, "What? What, William? What did you need? Why would you knock? Why didn't you just come in? What's going on?"
I, as William, go, I bring a message from beyond the plains. What you have been doing has been noticed, and they have taken an ill view of it. Repent and stop doing, or they will be coming for you.
Make a performance roll.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Just thinking like
I mean, that was good, but still.
Just thinking like it's simultaneously we as spirits start going. Ooh.
Yeah.
Aid in it.
Yeah, I only rolled a 5 because I suck. So
He just kind of cocks his head and looks at you, and he's like, "The hell, William? This is not appropriate for jokes. Come here."
Huh?
And he kind of grabs you and tries to drag you into the room.
No,
All right.
Dane.
What do I do?
trying to think of what I can do here. One sec. Okay.
Trying to figure out, should I just let him grab me?
And see if he starts talking about yes, these dragon souls are coming together. To be fair, we don't even know if he's the one doing the dragon souls.
We just highly suspect he's the one
Yeah.
He seems like that kind of a guy.
because he's an
Yeah.
a-hole.
All right. Well,
No.
I guess I let him grab me.
Pick up intel.
All right. He drags you in and takes you over to one of the stools next to a table and kind of pushes you to sit down.
All right.
So, all right, I assume you sit.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes over and he starts squinting and looking at you. And I need you to make a intelligence check.
Oh boy.
Not rolling again.
It is a game heavily based on rolling.
All right. Do I get a
They
Take
say
into
me
account
roll
my
it, they
intelligence
hate it.
modifiers at least.
Yes, you maintain your intelligence modifier.
Alright.
They say me rolling.
So it would be a 19.
Jeez. You stare back at him intently, and he's like, well, you seem to be more or less there. I'm not sure what's going on with you. That's really bizarre. Anyway, he turns around and goes and grabs a book. Oh, what?
As he turns around, I'm like, so are you doing something with dragon souls?
He kind of stops and pops his head up, and he's like, William, you've been helping me for how long? Why would you ask such a question?
Who are you?
Because I want to know what the answer is.
He looks very ponderously around the room and walks over to, puts his book down, grabs what looks like a scroll, opens it up, and begins to read. And for that one, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, not charisma.
Cover your ears.
I was going to cast Firebolt at his scroll right off the bat, but apparently I'm too slow. All right, charisma.
You're too slow.
Well, that could have been worse. I don't think I have any pluses for charisma. Nope. 16.
That's good enough, actually.
Yay!
He reads his scroll, and you feel a little tingle go through the room. And everyone else that was in there, you suddenly feel yourself being pushed through the wall, and you find yourself in the landing right outside that room.
Okay.
Well, Ray's gonna try to phase back through the wall, get back in.
I'm going to cast Firebolt at the Vizier.
That
Okay,
seems like a bad idea.
Really quickly, so just to say this, so Ray, you go through the wall and you slam into it hard, like an actual wall.
No!
Ray tries the door.
I can't abuse this power anymore.
Well, I need to deal with Dane's firebolt, but you go to the door, you still can't grab it.
Well, it's up to Dane now, I guess. We can't do anything.
All right, Dane, you firebolt at the guy. Roll to hit.
Firebolting.
This seems like a bad idea.
Do I have to roll at disadvantage?
Yeah, I think you should, given that you are still wearing the Williams suit.
10. Patent pending.
14.
14. I'm trying to find my thing. Oh, come on. I didn't expect you guys to attack the guy. You
shot
hit
first.
Oh, yay! All right. Haha. That's 3d10.
Good lord.
Well, yes, but you realize this is me rolling, so it'll probably be like, 4 fire damage or something like that.
Hey, that's 4 more than he took before.
Well, okay, it's going to be more than 4. Oh, God. Oh, shoot. Okay. So that is 19 fire damage.
All right, you blast him and he screams. He's just, what the hell? You little ungrateful piece of... And you see his hands start to move around, and he makes a spin and blasts a cone of cold against you, and you just feel it slam you against the wall, and your whole body go cold. And just because I'm curious, I want to know how much damage this is.
This is going to kill William.
Please don't kill William. I like William.
Possessing a dead corpse.
Don't kill William.
Well, it does 36 damage, 36 cold damage, and just absolutely turns him into an icicle against the wall. He may not be dead, but he's definitely unconscious. Let me check the sheet here.
But does that break the vizier's concentration? Can the
That's what-
other people get back into the room now?
I'm checking. Okay, so you are rejected from the body. You appear 5 feet away from him, and yes, he does lose concentration. And so when Ray goes to try the door, she just kind of falls through it.
I run possess the wizard. Or the
Vizier.
It's
Okay.
probably not gonna work, but I'll try it. Is that a charisma roll? Or does he have to roll a charisma check?
I have to do. You can just do it. You just declare you're doing it, and I roll a charisma check, which he succeeds.
Darn, I figured. Worth a shot.
Yeah, definitely worth a shot.
All right. Well, Dane is going to see if he can interact with any of the material things in this room. Like, can he knock over a beaker or anything like that in ghostly form?
So you like run to the south and start swinging at his alchemy set?
Yeah.
Okay, you go over there and you start just wildly flailing, like a toddler doing helicopter arms. And you feel every now and then your hand hits something that slows its movement and it moves just a little.
Okay. Is it just one specific something?
It's something in the middle of the glassware. It's kind of a round bottom graduated cylinder, like a boiling flask, that has kind of a white silvery viscous fluid in it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to concentrate on that. So So I'm going to try and touch the silvery liquid with my immaterial fingers.
Okay, you stick your finger through the side and you feel it almost like wet against your skin.
Okay. Let's see. All right, I am going to stick my lips through the graduated cylinder wall and see if I can't sip on the liquid.
Okay.
I don't know what this is. Let me put it in my mouth. Toddler logic.
I'm thinking it might turn me solid or something.
But then your face will be halfway through a container.
That's a good point. Well, I can't really just pick up the flask and tip it down my throat, so and I don't see any straws.
No, this is great. All right, so you stick your lips through and you start to drink from it. You taste it. It tastes, ashen and maybe a little fruity. Just something that's a little unexpected. You get, not a lot of it, maybe we'll say 21 grams worth. And all of a sudden you feel your body just kind of ripple and you almost have like a little seizure. You move away from the table. You can't keep yourself controlled there. You start to shake and you feel yourself sprout wings out your back, and all of a sudden you find yourself half dwarf, half dragon.
Curious.
So it is him doing the dragons.
I just drank dragon essence.
So dragons do
Wait,
have
so should we
uses.
try and break this?
We just must kill
Okay,
them
so
and
I'm half-
extract their souls first. Fascinating.
All right. So do I have claws and stuff then as a dragon? A half dwarf, half dragon?
Yes, you sprouted claws.
All right.
And you have a fly speed.
I have a fly speed. I can
Yes.
fly. Oh, that's just awesome. Okay. All right. Can I breathe fire?
You can try.
All right. I'm gonna try breathing at the vizier and seeing what happens.
All right, you take a mighty breath and blow out. Here, where is it? Sure. All right, you take a mighty breath and you blow out toward the brazier. Now, you realize that this is a ton of fire damage normally, but you see that it passes straight through him and disappears out the far wall.
Oh, okay.
I have an idea.
So I look. Yeah.
Okay, so this is obviously the dragon essence we must collect from this realm, correct?
Well, we're just supposed to stop the guy from continuing to kill dragons and stealing their souls.
Oh, yes, we must stop him. I did forget that key point. Because if we simply need to collect the essence, what if we consume it all, since we are able to interact with it, and then carry it back to the underworld? Problem solved.
Except, how do we get back to the underworld if we're... So, actually, I should ask the question first before I answer. Am I semi-solid now, or am I still spiritual?
You're still ethereal, spiritual.
Okay. Then, yeah, I guess we could do something like that. But we still have to stop the vizier from continuing to do this.
Indeed.
Trying to figure out how we can do it since we can't actually interact with the material plane.
I'm curious now. Since Alpha can normally turn ethereal, if he tries activating this now, will he become physical? Like reverse ethereal?
Okay, I'll have to put a high DC on that.
No, it's more of just a curiosity because it is a interesting predicament. I don't think it would.
Yeah, I don't particularly think it would either.
Yeah.
Also, didn't the dragon say you just had to, like, get the souls?
I think he said, yeah, we just had to get the souls, not necessarily stop him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think my consume all dragons is still a viable solution.
I think so too. All right, we'll try that. Is that the only beaker of silver liquid? Let's look around and see if we see potentially more souls laying around somewhere.
You know how these old guys are, just leaving souls laying around.
They never clean up after themselves.
All right, so you guys are looking around, and during this time, the wizard goes up to poor William's body, and he's looking at him and like, "What the hell happened to you? What is going on here?" And you see him, cast healing on himself and recover his hit points from his fire damage.
Boo.
Okay. So was it that essence is just in that one bottle, or do we find anything else?
You go around looking, and I guess roll investigate.
Oh no, not that.
Our one weakness.
Pretty sure we have multiple weaknesses, such as doors.
All right.
16.
You find a small bottle on the far side of the room where he was working.
Okay. What about anybody else?
So, look, dragon essence.
Yeah. So I guess what I will do is I will go back to the original flask and drink the rest of that.
You go over and you find that you can't drink anymore. Like you've sucked out everything you can.
Oh, is the flask empty?
No,
Or was it
but
half
you just
full?
can't
Ah.
bring any more in.
All right. Does somebody want to come over
Yeah.
here and suck on some dragon soul?
Who wants a hit?
I feel bad doing this.
I have
Yeah.
always wondered what the soul of a dragon would taste like. Alpha goes over and just sticks his head in and takes a giant gulp. As much as he can before his body, solidifies.
Yes, it doesn't solidify, but you have the same kind of seizure as you stumble backwards, and the wings pop out. And unlike Dane, that had more of a biological transformation, you look like one of the gargoyles that's breaking out of its stone sleep, and your wings are made of metal and wood, and your claws are like steel talons. You look truly frightening.
Is there still essence left in that vial?
There's a little bit, yeah.
Castros,
Ray, who's going to be next to drink?
This feels like a weird cult thing. and
I don't
like
think
it.
this is a good idea. I don't exactly know what we're
None of
doing.
my ideas have been good so far. I'll drink.
Awesome. Well, yours looks like something right out of the demon realm. It's just this kind of horrifying visage of demonic features mixed with that of a dragon.
Fantastic. All right.
Well, I think that since I can't drink anymore, I'm going to call out, Noel's name and see if he can't whisk me back down to his plane.
There is a bright light and flash in the room as Dane disappears, and everyone else notices at that moment the wizard pokes his head up, looks over at the vials on the far table, and crosses the room very quickly.
Alpha says, perhaps we
Okay.
should do the same. As in, be gone
Okay.
from here.
Yep, call out Noel's name.
All right, the two of
Yeah.
you do that, and you find there's the bright flashes. The last thing you hear is the wizard cursing, trying to figure out what's going on. And you guys all return, and I'll hold that for a sec, but Ray is still stuck.
Fine, I'll drink the stupid dragon essence.
Aha, you
All
agree.
right,
It
you
is
drink
stupid.
dragon essence, and you hear this loud curse go out as you two disappear. And when everyone wakes up back in Noel's chambers, all of a sudden a bright sphere of light comes passing out of your mouth and floats over to him, and he just takes them in his mouth and says,
I will return shortly.
and you see him leap up, become ethereal, and go out the top of the mausoleum.
I guess we'll wait here then.
I'd look at my companions and be like, well,
That was a hell of a thing there.
Definitely an interesting experience.
That's definitely above a 5 on my weird crap-o-meter.
I didn't know you had one of those.
Yep.
Well, I think I should for this quest.
Yeah, there's not going to be much left that weirds you out after all this.
I know we're gonna be so jaded. We're gonna be at like some typical mercs
Guild hall, and they'll listen to everyone's stories and be like, okay, whatever.
Oh, you guys have only died once? Come on. That's noob stuff.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I know. We've gone back. Yeah, we've died. We've gone back in time 1,000 years. We've traveled through all the different planes. Elminster's got nothing on us.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Well, after a little bit of time passes, he phases back through the top of the mausoleum, landing, and in his claw, he has what looks kind of like an ankh, almost. And he sets it on the ground in front, like kind of in front of everyone. And he says,
I thank you for your service. There is no way I could have done that myself.
I replied, "Did we get them all?"
Everything in my ledger has been returned to where it should be.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. All right. And I see you have a key for us.
Yes, take this to the backside of... where is it? The Naga's tower. Do not go to the front door.
Okay. What exactly is the Naga?
The Naga are a snake people with human heads and various feathers. They are different. The demigod Perifair, who rules the local area, is unpleasant to deal with.
Got it. Good to know. Okay. So we'll go around to the back. We'll use this to open that particular door, and then we go down. We look for stairs going down. Is that kind of the way we're supposed to do?
There should be a descent within that takes you to where you are searching for.
Perfect. All right. So, well, thank you, Noel. It's been interesting, I gotta say.
Yep, definitely hasn't been boring.
Yes. All of Dragonkind thanks you.
Alpha's like, oh.
Sacrifices must be made at times.
Right, cool. Well, we will head on out the door and start heading east.
awesome. All right. You start heading east for quite some time, and you find the storm and the wind to just be insufferable. It is absolutely obnoxious. And it takes some time, but you do eventually see way out in the distance what you are looking for. It almost looks like a giant chair, like a solid base, almost throne chair with a high back.
Okay. Interesting.
Sounds fun.
Very fancy.
So now Noel said this plane was ruled by a demigod.
The inhabitant of that location.
Got it. Okay. So somewhat like Theseus. Well, yeah, Theseus didn't seem all that tough, so yeah. But we'll go around the back.
Didn't do much.
He's a platypus. He doesn't do much.
But not like Perry the platypus, who actually did stuff.
So that's what I call any character that doesn't do anything in like a show or something. I always say they're a platypus. They don't do much.
Yeah. If
So
that
if I ever
were
call
actually an
somebody
in-game
a platypus,
explanation, I'd
it's
say
not
Alpha
exactly
gets
a good thing.
confused and says, "You have fought platypods and parried them? I have always been curious about their fighting technique."
Yeah, it's the platypus fighting style.
You fake him with the bill and slap him with the tail.
Curious.
Very deceptive, those platypi.
Okay. Anyway. So we're making our way towards the tower.
Awesome. You make your way towards the tower, and the first thing you notice as you begin to approach is there appears to be several small, almost stakes in the ground, size of staff, with what looks like basically like eyes, like goat eyes in the top.
I wonder if this is like this being's security system.
Okay.
Ray,
Yes,
can you cast Pass Without a Trace?
probably. Ace in the hole. Our solution to everything.
Pretty much.
17. It works.
Oh yeah, very successful.
Nice. All right.
So we
Tiptoe past the eyeball
A
staffs.
little ray of anti-sunshine.
Awesome. Okay, so you tiptoe past and you make your way around the structure.
make our way around to the backside of the chair.
Okay. So as you make your way around to the backside of the chair, you notice several oddly carved indentations. There's a variety of symbols here, things that look like there's mixtures of writing from all over the realms. It's basically like a story written in every language with individual words taken from each tongue.
Oh, okay. So the story is going to be kind of gibberish unless you can understand all tongues.
Yes.
Oh.
Before you ask,
Ah.
no, Alpha can't. He can speak, not read.
You still have the reading arc?
No, we gave that up a long time ago, unfortunately.
Would be pretty helpful right now.
Yes, but our Dane's going to look for something that might have the shape of an ankh.
All right, you work your way through, and about 2/3 of the way down the back, you find a indentation in the rock that's about the size of the ankh you're carrying.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I stick my ankh on the ankh depression.
Awesome. As you click it in, there's kind of a sliding, grinding sound as the brickwork opens up. It's kind of the wall is smooth until you put the ankh in, and then it slides inward and then over to the side, revealing a passageway within.
All right. Into the passageway we go.
Cool. You step into the passageway, and there is a stairway which descends downward. As you all begin to walk, the door closes.
Uh-oh, not closing.
Very slowly, it just does the whole grinding, slides across the entrance, and then...
Right? The whole Indiana
seals up.
Jones thing.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So down we go.
Awesome. So the first thing you notice as you descend is there is a doorway off to the right. Stairs continue to go, but there's a door.
Who wants to check out the door?
I will. Why not? Trot on over to the door.
Okay. And push it open.
Sure.
Okay. You push the door open, and as you do, you get pelted with pink and blue powder.
I've been hit. Just pink and blue powder. Does it hurt?
Yep. No.
Huh.
Does Castro see what is actually pelting him?
No, it just kind of came out of nowhere, almost like just a blast from a like one of those popper sticks, you pull the end and they launch out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So it's like two of those blasted, one top, one bottom, and while you didn't take any damage, you suddenly feel confused, almost like you're two different entities in one body.
Fusion.
Okay.
It seems like definitely a good thing. I don't see what the problem with this is at all.
All right. So Castro seems to bear it with great equanimity, or however you say that word. Does he notice anything beyond? Is this the door kind of part of a hallway? What's going on?
The door, when you look inside, it actually contains a library.
That's interesting.
Okay. Well, I mean, probably don't need anything from the library.
Why not?
Well, I mean, we're going down to another plane, so
True.
I mean, anything else is just a distraction at this point.
Dane votes for just continuing on down the stairs.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Does anyone want to visit the library first? Alpha.
I'll be curious. How much time do we have to peruse?
I have no idea. We'll wait for you if you want to take a quick reconnoiter.
All right. So Alpha goes through to do a quick glance and see if anything catches out. So for an investigate, that would be 17.
Nice. You look around and you notice that on one of the shelves, there's a whole write-up in Dwarven runes.
Alpha goes and gets Dane.
All right, Dane goes and looks at the Book of Dwarven Runes.
All right. What you find when you look at that first book that Alpha points out is it says Secrets of Dumathoin.
Okay. Dane opens the book and starts to kind of glance through it, trying to figure out what kind of a book it is.
It tells a tale of disrespectful profiteers coming and stealing veins and gem deposits from other dwarves. It talks about proper supervision of mining activities. And as you read, you get the feeling that it's drawing you. Like as you're turning the pages, that it's almost making you turn them.
All right.
That seems like a great thing. Keep reading. Why not?
All right. Well, That's right. That's right. Dumathoin is the dwarven god of secret keeping. Okay, well, I guess I keep reading then.
All right. As you keep reading, you feel more and more drawn in until all of a sudden you blink and you realize that the book is over and you don't feel like you're alone in the library. In fact, you hear footsteps coming from the shelves.
You just summon the boogeyman or something. The dwarf boogeyman.
No, Dumathoin is not a boogeyman.
How do you know?
He's one of the main dwarven gods. Anyway, all right. Dane looks around to see if he can kind of pinpoint where the sound is coming from.
Roll a investigation.
Oh no!
This is how Dane dies in horror movies.
Ah, Jesus. Yeah, I thought it's a 4.
You can't tell exactly where it's coming from. You just keep hearing it. And you're looking around, you find yourself hard to move, you turn to put your book away, and as you do, you hear a deep booming voice from the middle of the room just scream,
Infidel!
Oh.
Oh, this can't be good.
and
What are you talking about?
And-
That's things.
see if I can read this properly. I need you. I'm assuming Alpha stayed next to
Yes,
you.
he's curious.
Okay. The two of you, I need dex saving throws.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, it should be good for Alpha.
Yeah. That's a 24.
Yeah, you're fine.
That's what I thought. 15.
Okay, with a 15. What is this? I gotta see what my spell save is. I hate having to calculate this stuff. So dumb. So dumb. Alright, you said 15?
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna use that. So tie goes to the winner. So both of you save.
Yay!
So it's half damage. So you take 7 fire and 4
Wait, this is
radiant.
this is AoE, right?
Yes.
Hey, evasion.
Cool. Yeah, you
But
guys
Dane-
both dive out of the way.
Dane, you have evasion too?
No,
No, but it was a successful save, so it's half damage.
Yeah.
So that's why I had rolled a 15 and a 9, so instead of taking that, he only takes 7 and 4.
Alright. Not so bad.
Okay.
And Alpha somehow ends up outside the blast radius of this thing.
Yes.
Because
And
Alpha's
from-
magic.
And Alpha, from where you land, you find yourself looking square in the eyes of basically a giant green cobra.
Oh. Alpha's immediate response. Hello.
Of course.
It repeats infidel and goes to bite you.
Okay.
And
There's no way I
Yeah,
can
hold on.
dodge out of the way for this.
No, definitely not. I'm trying to see what the action is here. Okay, so that is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And let's see, that is a 7 piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, that is not something I'm particularly good at. That would be 20, dirty 20.
You're fine. You didn't. Yeah. Let me roll this really quick. One. So you take 20. Oh, no, you're immune to poison, right?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you're totally fine. All right. Well, that was Alpha's turn and my creature. So everyone else, please roll initiative.
Whoop. What if we just use Alpha as a Warforged shield?
So many
What?
creatures,
I'm
though, are
fine
so
with that.
rude. I just say hello, and their immediate reaction is to try and kill me.
Well, it wasn't trying to kill you specifically. It's here because of Dane.
Ray got a nat 20.
Dane got a 12.
Castros got a 7.
Okay. So, Ray, you get to go next.
Great. I don't really want to be the next one to go against this thing. This thing seems scary.
Well, if I were you, I would just shoot it from the doorway.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Shoot with the random arrow, because what can go wrong? Everything. That is a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Yeah.
It's
figured.
so amazing,
Yeah, I rolled
like
for the
the
random
level
arrow
of
anyways.
rolls that end up going around here.
She keeps using that brown dice.
Use this one. Anyways, should I roll for a random arrow?
It's up to you if you want to.
Alright, it's either 42 or 64.
All right, well, just for fun. 42 is curved arrow. Hits target behind. And 64, cannon arrow. Made entirely out of metal. Oh, yeah, that's a dangerous one.
Is that the cannonball one that does like massive
Yeah.
amounts of damage?
Yeah, 8d10 bludgeoning.
Oh, if only you'd hit.
I'm sorry.
You go
But
for
it does not hit. It
you go for cannons, have
flies
it blow
off.
through the library.
Well, it flies. Yeah, I was gonna say it flies off past in between the stacks, and you hear this chink, chink, chink as it thuds its way down the floor.
Cool. Ray's gonna try to shoot it again.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should I roll again?
Please.
That is a dirty 20.
Holy crap! All right, let's get those arrows.
Yay!
She switched dice. Watch it. She's gonna get like 2 love arrows or something like that.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
53 or 23.
All right, 53 is the ever true arrow. Travel across the surface of the plane, shot in a random direction. Okay, and you said 23?
Mhm.
Ethereal Arrow of the Wraith. Interesting. Well, let's say you draw and shoot, and as you release, you see this like wispy black smoke come over your arrow, and it flies, hitting the snake kind of mid-body, and you see its form blast backwards out of its body, like when what was it? The Ancient One blasted Banner out of his body, in Avengers. Basically, it was like displacement of spirit. So you blast that out, and it looks at you and just kind of like moves its mouth for a moment as the body flops down with the arrow inside of it, and then the spirit just blows away into nothingness.
Nice. Good job, Ray.
Once.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yay. Now we move on.
I swear we really do need to make a dice jail or something. Something to put all the naughty dice in until they start rolling better.
That was hilarious, and holy crap, if I may. Holy crap.
Oh my
See, we
goodness.
sometimes do good unexpected things in our favor. It's not common, but
Sometime.
it can happen.
Oh, good lord. Okay, anyway. Alright.
So that's taken care of.
Uh,
Dane, meanwhile, has headed for the stairwell. What about Alpha? What is he doing?
Alpha's checking the body, because he hasn't seen one of these things before. I'm more
Oh
curious.
wait, does it have teeth?
Yeah, I'm sure it has fangs. It's a snake.
It literally just bit me.
Cool. Teeth, teeth, teeth.
So Castros is going to check out that thing's mouth.
Yep.
So when this is all done, he's going to become like a veterinarian dentist.
No, I only want the teeth. I wouldn't want to like actually like fill up teeth. That's boring. Only yoinking them. But then they'd be like.
You're a
could only-
veterinarian dentist. That's probably all you would be doing is yoinking rotten teeth.
But like it would be rotten teeth. That's not good teeth. I only want the finest quality of teeth.
Oh, all right.
Anyways, teeth.
All right,
What
well, you find there's a couple of sharp, teeth in there.
Cool. How do I take the teeth?
Well, I would say you pop them out of the top of its mouth. I mean, you want to make a nature check just to make sure you do it without damaging them?
Sure. 12.
Yeah, it doesn't go exactly as you would hope, but you do, you get them free. They're not damaged, but it's definitely gross.
Perfect. I'm guessing their poison glands didn't stay intact.
No, you had some trouble, and you definitely, did some damage. Like the poison glands were definitely not.
Otherwise, I
Not-
would have filled
not-
my mandible with the naga poison.
Totally.
But I cannot.
All right. So she was only partially successful.
I got my teeth.
Awesome. But yeah, you got the teeth. You can keep making your necklace or whatever it is you do.
They're just in a bag.
whatever
It's my
sec-
bag of teeth. I'm like weird Santa Claus.
Like things she had planned.
Except I take instead of give. Like a Grinch. I'm the tooth Grinch. Take your teeth. Put them in a sack.
Or the what's that thing from Scandinavia? Scary.
Krampus?
The Krampus. You like a Krampus?
Could be Krampus.
You could definitely be Krampus.
Tooth Krampus.
The opposite of the Tooth Fairy.
Oh my god.
Or kind of the Tooth Fairy, but instead of waiting for the teeth to fall out, you're just gonna yank them out anyway. All the evil kids. I'm gonna yank out all your teeth.
Teeth are teeth. I'll take what I can get.
Oh, jeez. Talk about a boogeyman. All right. Anyway.
It could be Boogie Woman,
So-
Don't be limiting the boogies.
So Castros gets his teeth. Does Alpha look around the library some more?
Yeah, might as well. See if there's anything else interesting. That's 17 on investigation.
All right, you look around and you find various other books from around the realms, different languages. You recognize some of the writing, and everything seems to be various like kind of secrets of gods. Things that they have done that say they're not particularly proud of, so they hide them away here.
Ah, curious. So, should I do I think I'm going to do a religion check to see if there's anything in particularly juicy. All right. That is actually a 27.
And he finds Gon's
geez.
secret book.
Yeah.
Crisis of faith coming up.
Yes, you find the secret book of Gond.
Is it like failed inventions? The only things that he's not.
Oh, it's more than that. It's more than just failed inventions. It's him inventing things and then realizing that the people should not have them, so taking them away. It's stories of him coming up with things like, say, in the modern world, like the atomic bomb, and then realizing, oh, these people should not have that, so he took it away. Things that he was pushing too hard for progress, but then the progress came back to be worse than he could have imagined.
All right. As Alpha reads this book, you see his hands begin to glow and turn into flames to burn the book to a crisp.
Okay.
Some
Cool.
recordings must not be made public. The world is better without them.
Wow. Okay. Perfect.
All right. Well, that happened.
And it shall never
Holy
happen
crap.
again.
Oof.
It is no longer written, therefore it is no longer done.
I mean, fair enough. All right, onward.
Okay. All right. Yep. There we go. Anyway, okay, so that was an adventure. I guess we keep going down.
Yes, you descend this stair for quite some time. You realize that you have definitely crossed over from where the front of the thing would be, and you also realize that the walls started to widen and become less visible until all of a sudden there is really no walls there. You're just walking down on a staircase through a void.
Okay. Frightening. So we are we're just still walking down this staircase, and all around us is nothingness.
Yes.
Ugh. That's enough to freak us out a little bit. All right.
Yes.
Well,
In fact, everyone make a Constitution check.
Nat 1.
Why do you have to say something?
You nat 1?
Yes.
16.
Alpha's still
you can
shook.
roll again.
Oh, I guess I can roll again, yeah. Alright, 2.
Ray got a 12.
Really?
I mean, plus my constitution, so 4.
Oh my good lord. Alright, so Alpha's at 4. What'd you say, Ray?
12.
12. Alright.
Dane's at a 7.
Good lord.
16.
Oh, holy crap.
Be careful what you ask for when you're asking us to roll.
Well, you guys really get shaky-legged. Like, you have some serious problems, and you find that you have to move. Like, the only one that is fine is Castros. Castros just keeps walking like, okay, everything's cool, guys. We just keep going.
That's because
But-
Castro can turn into a bird and fly.
Yeah, fair.
I can fight or flight.
Well,
Okay.
in any case, everyone has to drop and crawl at half speed as you proceed downward.
That's fine. Dane was actually planning on taking out his spear and using it as a walking stick to kind of keep himself a little bit steadier, but I can crawl too.
All right. Well, you're down and basically crawling your way down this thing, and it gets even spookier. There's a gentle wind that starts blowing, and you're feeling just nothing feels right. As you're moving through this place, but as you continue to proceed downward, sorry, let me get the right thing. You realize that there is a chasm. There's you see first like two walls just absolutely perpendicular to the stairs. And as you crawl through this kind of jagged rock area that the stairs descend to, you kind of pop out on the other side, and you realize you are coming out the middle of a mountain that is hundreds of miles from its base to peak.
Okay. That's a big mountain.
Yeah. As you observe around, you see natural plateaus with some, like, rope bridges of various lengths and sizes spread between them.
Okay.
And here as you observe this new landscape before you, we take our break until next week.
All right.
Bum, bum, bum.
I didn't expect you guys to get that far, so I needed to actually read this thing really quick.
Oh, that's fine. That was a ton of fun.
Oh, good.
Did something. Ray did good for once.
I tell
Yes,
you,
Ray did good.
Like, Ray rolls crap and doesn't hit anything, or she gets nat 20. There's no in between.
There is no in between. Or the random arrows don't do anything. Even when you do hit it. It's like, well, okay, it's 6 damage, and then it does some really random thing that does nothing.
Well, they're called random arrows for a reason.
Yep. This is true. So anyway, the whole Wizard's Tower thing was fun. I feel bad about William, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He died as he
This
lived
is neat.
up it.
I think he died. Did he die?
No, he's just a frozen, unconscious popsicle.
He's effectively dead. Maybe let's say he's brought back as a willing, conscious undead.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I managed to get William killed. Awesome.
Good job.
I'm gonna feel a little bit of guilt about that.
Only a little, though.
Oh. So how do you imagine that was going to go with us and the whole wizard or the vizier?
I had no idea. I had a couple of vague ideas that I was going to push you towards, but what you came up with was so good. I'm so glad I didn't say a thing.
That's funny. I'm going to drink this potion.
I'm gonna drink it.
That seems like a bad idea. Well,
I thought that was brilliant. No, that was great.
Oh, it is fun when we kind of throw you for a loop in a good way.
I think it's great. Like, I never know how things are going to go, and that's why I didn't want to actually plan too much for that. Like I said, I had a couple of ideas, but just getting out of the way and letting you guys do it was so much better than anything I could have come up with.
Yeah. Alex, so I was thinking you're going to
do have a crisis of faith, and you kind of went the whole opposite direction with that. That was kind of interesting. Was not expecting that.
You obviously haven't dealt much with religious zealots. When faced with something that conflicts with their beliefs, you simply ignore the confliction.
Yes.
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, sometimes they kind of lose their faith.
But
They're not true believers then.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting.
That's why it's called faith, not fact.
Yep.
Yes, that's true.
What was the old argument like, if I have to actually prove something, then it's the definition of not believing in it? Because you believe on something based without any facts whatsoever?
Yeah.
pretty much.
Otherwise, it's what's known as the scientific method, and everyone knows science is bullshit. Designed by the devil.
Only if you're living in America right now.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.